What's good, everybody? This is the one and only Fighting GM, aka GM Fizzle, or you could just call me GM. And in today's video, I'm gonna teach you guys how to fight against Lei Wulong. Because a lot of people don't know how to fight Lei, man, and people keep asking me about this. And you know, since I'm one of the only people really in America that really knows how to fight Lei a lot, but that's because the history of New York Tekken in general, we've had a lot of Lei Wulong players over here. So, and we got, you know, Exalted, K-Man, all those type people, Blood Red, Old School, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna teach you guys how to fight Lei Wulong, and I hope you enjoy this video. So let's go straight into it. And I'm gonna teach y'all how to deal with Lei Wulong. Lei Wulong has a lot of stance stuff that people don't really understand how to deal with, but once you get kind of the grasp of what to do against him, you should be fine. And you know if there's a lot of holes in this game or not. So I'll teach y'all some stuff so y'all can understand how to deal with the character that is Lei Wulong. Let's get it. And I'll teach you how to deal with play dead and all that stuff that he has. So okay, so let's go straight into it. The first thing you need to know how to deal with is Razor Rush, right? And you can step Razor Rush, you see? You can step the whole thing. Of course, you have to wait till he does it first, right? Because if you just step without doing it, tracks, you gotta wait. See? See? If he does it, see the mid? You only can sidewalk it if he delays the last hit. If he just does the kick like this, you can't sidewalk it. You see? You should be able to in other games. Only if he delays it, you can sidestep it. Also, if he does into low, that's launch punishable. You get a full launch if he does that. Yeah, a full launch if he does that. So that's one thing to deal with Razor Rush. Another way too, you could magic for him out of it, of course. If you do a keep out move and he just decides to do Razor Rush, you can do that. Another thing is, of course, Rape Sweep, right? This move, it's one of the moves late players like to spam. I'll show y'all how to deal with it right now. You can sidewalk it. It's hard though to do. You see? You got side step down. You see? Very hard to do, but it's possible. You see? You could duck it, duck the second hit. Lei's sidewalk is not that good, so it's hard. But if you have another character, you can step it. So you can step it from range 0 like that to the left. So that's one way to deal with this. Also, this move, not this move. This move right here, that's launch punishable. So a lot of people don't know that. That's launch. Another thing about Lei Wulong is 4 neutral 1-2. You can punch parry the second hit all the time, so you don't need to deal with it. Let's take out counter hit actually. You can deal with it all the time, you see? All the time you can deal with it. So you could deal with it like that. Another thing too that you guys might want to know is he does this by itself is 0, right? So you know, you don't need to really attack. He could go into stance after that too. So if he does, you could literally magic for him. 2-2-3 or whatever. You gotta be careful with that too, right? Yep, you gotta be careful too. So it's a read, but you could hit him out of it though. You can also back up too. You could just hit him out of it too, like a quick down for 1 or something. His options after that is not really that fast. Well, you could do that too. So it's you gotta kind of guess, right, what he's gonna do. But I would just back up, honestly. Or just, you could sidestep too, of course. Just sidestep to his weak side, you know, because then he's gonna you know, he's gonna go with you, right? So if he goes up, it's always gonna be the Panther shit, right? And if he goes down, it's always gonna be this. So that's good to know against Lei Wulong. Another thing too about Lei Wulong is the play dead shit. Play dead shit, you can float them out of it. See? Anytime you read it, see, you can float them out if you get a read on it. So you can backdash out of it too because it ranges ass. You get your little launch. Another thing too, I'll teach you how to deal with that. See, you can do that, right? Or sidewalk. Sidewalk duck is always good against any character. But late players usually don't do that. They usually do and then they'll do something like that. I always just do standing 3 when he does that. You can also jump over him too. I do that too in case he does he does that. You can do that, or you could just jump over too. So that's a couple of options you could do if he does it. So that's one thing to deal with it. When it comes to stances, there's one thing about Lei. If he doesn't finish the Razor Rush, it's punishable. See, -12. Yeah, free punish. A lot of people don't know that about Lei. So you get punished if he doesn't finish it. Doesn't finish it, you get free punish. Also, another thing too, his stances. If he does this, auto low parries. Auto, punches and kicks and parries. See? So you could just go. He's open to low, so you could do like slides and stuff. You have to be careful though, because he does have a low crush from that. So if he does this and that, see? If you go low, he has to do it instantly though, if he does it. See? But you can sidewalk it. If he does that. My bad, guys. And I believe it's punishable too. Yeah, it's -11 too, so you could just block. Let's see. This, he has the Leroy thing from this. He has the Leroy thing, right? Which is that. So you could do something like this, right? See? You gotta be careful. You can't mash. Just let's see, +6. See? You can sidewalk it though. So I'll show you guys again. My bad. It's low high, so you could duck it too. You see? If he just does that, you can also step it too. It's hard to step though. But it's +6, so when he does it, you gotta be really careful. So I'll show you again. Watch this. See? You can step it. But if he does this too. See? Can't step it, right? So that you gotta kind of guess, right? I'm sure you could probably counter hit him out of it. No, you can't. So you have to just hold that. When he does that, it's kind of cheap. Well, at least you know you can sidestep the punch. So in general, when he does that low thing, you want to try to duck it. Because from Snake, from that stance, he doesn't really have any OD mids besides 2-2. And like that shit is like whatever. It hurts, but I'll show you this. It hurts, but it's not like OD or nothing like that, right? You could parry the second hit, the last hit, I mean. You could do that too, but on hit, but it's like whatever, right? It's not even like a real thing. I'll show you. See? Count hit him out of it. Parry the second hit. Also, when it comes to back turn shit, yep. I'll show you now. Watch this. If you a nut, you could counter hit him out of it. If you a nut, but I wouldn't suggest that. Best thing to do is just sidewalk, because if he does this, you go. This is to stop you from stepping. This right here is to stop you from stepping. So you want to sidewalk when he does that anyway. It's only -10, right? Because he could go into back turn too. He could hop kick you, right? So I'll show you. You can sidewalk. So you just want to keep stepping up. See? So just keep sidewalking. Keep sidewalking. Also, this shit, you gotta be careful with that. Don't swing after that. How you do his launcher? See how to do the launcher, because I don't. What's the while standing move? So he has a while staying launcher he could do. He could do from crouch. I think it's while standing. Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah, okay. So You have to be careful swinging after this. See? It's a bait. You can do something long range like that to get him, but you have to be really careful. Also, another thing late players do, they'll keep haha stepping, right? And then they'll, see? And then they'll launch you. So that's all baiting stuff. So if he does into the launcher, you want to be careful. Don't swing after that. It's a bait. A lot of late players too, they'll keep doing to that too. You gotta be careful. I would just bait it. Also 4-4-3. I'll show ya. Give me a second. Yeah, minus 14. You could do that too. You could go back turn. Well, if you always do a 13 frame punish, you good. You can style work it that way too. You just gotta be careful with the high kick. You know what I'm saying? Because he could finish it, but you could duck that. Another thing too is what else is about Lei that I could teach ya? Oh yeah, this right here, you can punch parry the second hit. No, actually you can't. You used to be able to do it. You can't do it no more, but you could duck it. And then launching that shit is plus 2. It's really plus 2. This right here. You could just keep stepping. Or you could just low parry it too. To deal with it. So that's one of the things you can do. Also this right here. Punch parry the second hit. So as you can see, you can punch parry a lot of his stuff, right? So if Lei does this right here, auto low parry. So you just want to hop kick him or go mid to deal with that. To deal with that pretty much. If he goes in the stance, you could just hop kick him too. If he just raw does it, if he just does. I'll show you. Watch. Yep, see? The hop kick him. But yeah, so when he goes into this, never go low with auto low parry. Just do a quick mid every time he goes into stances, or you can hop kick him, like I said. This right here, auto low parry. So you want to go mid or whatever. Because if you go low, he's gonna crane hop kick you. So you don't want to do with that. And then that crane low, I'll show you. If that crane low too. Watch. See? You don't want to do that. And then that string, the second hit is a low. And that's minus 14, I believe. Let's see. Actually, launch punish. We get a launch for that. You get a launch. But while saying 2-3, we'll hit him every single time. And then 4-4-2. Homing. Minus 12 though. That's about it for Lei, man. Every time he goes in a stance, do a quick ass move to knock him out of it. The Panther shit, auto parries. This right here, auto parries. You know what I'm saying? So you could just low him out of this. If he does this, you could go low too. You gotta learn how to break that too. I'll teach you how to break right now. There's a one break, all right. Also in Drunken. That's a high crush too, so you gotta be careful. He does. See? Be careful with that. It's high crush. Also, that you could duck the second hit. So it's a good move. You could just duck the second hit though. You gotta be careful with that too, right? That too, you can float them out of it. You can step too. See? You can float them out of all that Lei stuff, so you don't need to worry about it. Also his race drive. I don't remember how to do it. Okay. Okay, that right there. Minus 14, right? When he's in that sand, just do a quick mid, honestly. Knock his ass out of that shit. So that's what you mostly want to do. You just want to knock him out of. You just want to knock him out of all that shit as fast as possible. Anytime he goes into dumb stances like that, you always want to do that. And then all the other raise drives, they all pretty plus, right? So if he does. Like that, be careful with that. That's his mat plus. And also, you don't want to duck. So when he's in rage, you gotta be careful. You can step it too, you see? You gotta be careful though, too. I was just counter hitting out of it. You counter hit him out of it. So all his rage drives are kind of the same. See, that one is a hop kick. Then the other one is that one doesn't want to come out for some reason. Yeah, that one is a mid too, and that's mad plus. So you just gotta be careful. I think that's about it for Lei, honestly. There's nothing much I could think about they gotta deal with. This stuff from stance. So you could just, if he just goes into it, you could float him. If he just goes into it, you can step everything from stance. If he does it, just keep stepping when he goes play dead or whatever. That's what I do. I just keep sidewalking all of that to deal with that. That's punishable. Don't swing after it, after the first hit. That's his weak side too, this side. So you always want to step this side when he's that, and then he's back turn or on the floor, you side step up. So in neutral is this way, and everything else is just up. That's a high crush, but you can float. Now you could bait it. That's like a sway back blow. So you just gotta bait that when he in neutral. And now you could duck the second hit. High crush though. So you could step it or you could. So that's a high crush. He's gonna bait you to do that. To do a high. He's gonna bait the fuck out of you to do that. See? High crush. So always side step down, you see? Or you could do that too. Like I said, when he's standing, like in neutral, like this, when he's just standing, you want sidewalk up. I mean down, which is your left. When he's played dead or back turn, you keep stepping this way. So that's pretty much it with Lei Wulong. There ain't nothing else to really. That shit, you just duck the second hit. That shit is mad punishable. You could just sidewalk it too. A hop kick is minus 13, of course. Get whatever punish. You could interrupt that. That's safe, but he has to sidewalk to do it. One of the cheapest shit he has is the drunken stuff, right? The drunken stuff, you have to be really careful. Because on the wall it's cheap. On the wall it's cheap because he could do. Yeah, that's the new shit right there. That's guaranteed. That's really cheap, so you gotta be careful with that. It's low high though. See, you can step it though. See, you can step it both ways, no tracking. You could just duck it too. Also, of course, the Panther, y'all already know. Y'all know already, right? That's -2. I mean, jab punishable. -10. But you can sidewalk it, or if you see him in it, you can just hop kick too. Yeah, he gets his energy up when he does that too. That's safe. You could duck the second hit. That's a throw from Drunken. That's a 1+2 break. 1+2 break. So yeah, that's about it for Lei Wulong, man. When he does the ha step back turn stuff, you gotta be careful chasing him after up forward 3+4 and the ha step, because he's gonna do either rave sweep or he's gonna do the while standing launcher, and you gotta be really careful with that. This, but that's launch punishable. See, you get a combo. While standing 3 is the same shit. This right here, it hits grounded, but you get launched too. So both launch punishable. So that's all I could tell y'all guys about Lei Wulong, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's pretty hard to do because there's a lot of stuff to cover with this character, and it's not very easy to teach everything. But yeah, now y'all know, man. Just interrupt him when he does stuff. You know what I'm saying? When he does stuff, you can float him out of a lot of stuff. So basically what you want to do is literally hit him out of stuff right when he gets to it, and then sidestep accordingly. So you always want to interrupt him all the time with the proper stuff. You know, the mid stances like a parry, you go low, and then the ones that go low, like a out of low parry low, you go mid. So you want to interrupt him all the time when he does stuff, and then step accordingly to deal with it. So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was my little anti-Lei Wulong guide. Let me know what other characters you guys want me to do. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out and take care, everybody. Peace.